Hey everyone, how are you guys doing today? Well, time for another fight prediction, and boy, this is a boxing match I am really interested in seeing. It is a fight prediction that I'm sure you guys will be shocked at. A little bit crazy, a little bit out on a limb by me with this fight prediction. Now, granted, both fighters should have retired 2, 3, even maybe 4 years ago. Obviously, we're talking about Deontay Wilder taking on Derek Chisora in London, England. But I guess, like they say, better late than never, right? Derek Chisora still has a lot of heart in him. His chin is still there, but how much longer can Derek Chisora's chin last? Can he survive 1, 2, 3, or maybe 4 massive overhand rights from Deontay Wilder? It's all going to be part of this fight prediction. And this is a very different Deontay Wilder. Way different than he was under Mark Breland, and even a lot different than he was under Malik Scott, to be honest. But he still has the touch of Dim Mak. We have to give it to him. That has not gone away just yet. So he only needs one. He only needs one clean shot landed, right? And it just flips the script. It rewrites history moving forward. Wilder is now 40 years old, which I personally can't believe. But he is. Derek is 42 right now. Wilder has that big 9-inch reach advantage. However, Derek Chisora has way more than a puncher's chance in this fight. And that's what the big reason why this fight prediction you guys are going to be shocked at, because it's a shocking fight prediction. Derek has Derek's base, okay, he's just a wider guy. Let's put it like that. Okay? And he looks like a D battery for those of you that are old enough to remember what batteries are like. And that is one of the reasons why looking at Deontay Wilder's lanky, bony base is just, I don't see it truly holding up anymore. Without any fear, Derek Chisora is going to be right in Deontay Wilder's face, challenging him. Deontay's on a 1-fight winning streak right now, 1-2 in his last 3. And honestly, if we look at his wins, they are against third-tier fighters. Okay, when he's faced top-level talent, the bully gets bullied. Okay, that happened against Tyson Fury, against Joe Parker, against Zhang. Derek is on a 3-fight winning streak. And yes, I get it. They're all unanimous decisions. But it showed that the big man can still go deep into fights. Now, is his gas tank anything special? No, of course not. But the fact that someone of his body stature at his age can go long, that's a check mark in his column. And a lot of those wins are not pretty, but a win is a win is a win, right? His last knockout victory comes way back in 2019. What is that? That's like pre-Rona. He's gone without a knockout. And that one was against David Price. That seems like a lifetime ago, guys. Overall, his skill set is better than Deontay's. Now, is anybody going to mistake Derek Chisora for Willie Pep or James Toney? Of course not. But he's able to cut the ring off, which is obviously a good thing. He can counter well using angles. Now, he's not Alexander Usyk, obviously, but he is able to counter. Especially against the rope. Oddly enough, if it's out in the open, he has problems throwing counters, but when he's against the ropes, or when he's, in the corner, he's able to counter a little bit better. And there has been an effective blueprint on not only how to frustrate Deontay Wilder, but how to beat him, and beat him solidly. And again, Deontay only needs just one to get through. It's fight number 50 for both guys, so that's a special number for a fighter. By the way, Derek Chisora, despite the size differences, has a more intriguing pathway to victory. You would assume safely, I'd say, that a Deontay Wilder win comes via a overhand right knockout. Okay, there's a lot more interesting ways that Derek Chisora gets to victory lane, or victory circle, or the win column, however you want to describe it. Unless, of course, Deontay Wilder suddenly has learned how to move side to side. We all know Deontay has issues moving backwards. But if he suddenly manages to move side to side, then we're looking at a different outcome, possibly. Derek coming in on the front foot is walking into that right hand, by the way. So that's a danger zone for him. And he's going to have to move and circle away from Deontay's right hand. Is that something that he normally does? No, he's not on the balls of his feet type fighter. He's more of a plotting type. As a matter of fact, so is Deontay. Neither throw feints incredibly well. I'd say Deontay throws a better feint. I don't know if Wilder's jab, which is a fair jab, can get through Chisora's very high guard and do any damage. But what Chisora can do is crash the space, make it an inside the phone booth style fight, which Deontay does not like. He is, I'd say, the one fighter that needs to fight at distance and use his range more so than any other fighter I think I've seen in my life. Crash the space with Deontay, and his abilities just shrink tremendously. And that's what Chisora is going to do. He's going to, I see, push Deontay back, which obviously is something that he doesn't do well. He's going to get him up against the ropes. And he's going to land multiple hooks, which is Chisora's, MO. But he mixes them up to the head and to the body, which is key because Deontay is obviously the better athlete. You know, there's no two ways about that. But if you take the gas tank from Deontay and then rock him to the head, we've seen Deontay really fold, and fold quickly, when getting hit hard and solid to the cabeza. Wilder's footwork is very elementary still, which is disheartening. You would have thought by osmosis by now something would have, connected in his head. And not only don't know how his jab is going to get through Chisora's guard. The other issue is Deontay is off balance a lot because he lunges too much. Okay, if you would just shorten up the punches, they could land, but with him lunging all the time, and for someone that big to lunge, there's just not an understanding of boxing. Now look, I enjoy Deontay. I'm not going to say I don't, but those things, I'm sure they were addressed, but they need to have been beaten into him. Okay. Now, is Chisora hittable? Sure, he's vulnerable to getting hit a lot. And like I said, can he survive multiple overhand rights? Okay. Between the two, here's the thing. Deontay is sloppy, as a sloppy fighter, because of physical mistakes. Derek Chisora becomes a sloppy fighter because of gas tank issues. And again, he has gone 3 straight fights to the scorecards. So I don't believe if it winds up becoming a rock and sock'em fight, which I think at times it will be. It will be fireworks at times. Derek's going to just defensively have to roll with some punches, deflect some shots, parry some shots to stay upright. Now, I do think, and here's where, it's a little shocking, this fight prediction. I think they're both going to knock each other down. I think both fighters taste the canvas in this fight. But I think overall, when all the smoke is cleared, the story of this fight is going to be Wilder being off balance a little bit too much. I think it's going to cost him. Okay, because you don't see Chisora be off balance, not while throwing hooks, not while throwing his jab. He stays within his range. Neither guy throws a deadly uppercut either. Although I like Wilder's uppercut a little bit better, which maybe will be part of the game plan this time out. But I really, really like Derek to finish this fight, not only by knockout, but, ladies and gentlemen, the shocking fight prediction for this fight is Derek Chisora to knock out Deontay Wilder in round 7. I think it only goes 6.5 into the 7th round. I think that's where Derek Chisora gets his hand raised. And then you got to wonder if Usyk offers, Chisora another crack at belts. But guys, please like the video, share it, hit that subscribe button, especially if you enjoy fight predictions, right? I do a lot of research on doing these things. So if you enjoy it, please like the video, share it, hit that subscribe button, hit it with an uppercut, will you please? And don't forget, down below, you tell me what you think about this fight. Is it 2 old guys that you don't want to see fight? Tell me who you think wins this fight. Be interactive. I answer all questions, all comments. So, until the next video, Cyclone saying, peace out, homies. Bye.